Greetings, comrades. Every person has a right to apply for an asylum document. So if a person feels that they have sufficient reasons to apply for an asylum document, they have a right to do so. They have a right to approach the refugee center in South Africa and submit their application and be granted an asylum document. The asylum document allows one to work, to conduct business, and to start. As you know, that there are no refugee camps in South Africa. In other countries there are refugee camps that if you are running away from your country of origin for political persecution, or if you feel that your life is in danger, you are placed in some camp. But because South Africa does not place people in refugee camps, it is then that they allow you to conduct work, to conduct business, and to use the asylum document to start. The asylum document is only given to people who are victims, whose life are in danger. The asylum document is not given to those that are said to be economic migrants. An economic migrant is a person who left their country of origin not because they've been politically persecuted or persecuted on the basis of their religion or their sexual orientation, but they are simply looking for greener pastures. Such individuals do not have a right to be given protection, what is called a refugee in South Africa. So if, say, you are an economic migrant, you go and submit your application and you state in your report that you are here in South Africa for economic reasons, at some point your application is going to be rejected. And once your application is rejected, normally you are advised to appeal against the decision that will have been taken. And after the appeal, you will then, if you are again declined, you are then expected to go back to your country of origin. If not, you are going to be deported. So if you go and apply for an asylum, the first thing that they require is your passport. That is, if you came through with a passport, you need to surrender your passport because you will not be using it to try to travel. Because an asylum document is essentially meant that you should not be deported while the refugee offices investigate your case, whether indeed your life is in danger if you go back to your country of origin. Once the refugee center satisfies itself that you have made a valid claim, it is then that they give you a refugee status. Once they give you a refugee status, you are then have access to what is called a refugee ID and a refugee passport, which allows you to travel to any country other than your own country of origin. So if you're an asylum holder, you are not expected, or you cannot travel back to your country of origin. If, say, you go and apply for an asylum document, then over festive holidays you go back to your country of origin, and if you are then caught, they are going to cancel your application for an asylum and possibly ban your passport, meaning that you will not be able to come back to South Africa for a period of time which will be determined by the immigration officials. So those from Southern Africa, that is SADC, are required to visit Marabastad or Desmond Refugee Center in Marabastad on a Tuesday. So if you are from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Malawi, and any other SADC member state, and your life is in danger from your country of origin, you ran away, you should go on a Tuesday. Once you go there, the process is that you do make a written application, because the officer is not, the officer must allow you to put your report in writing. What is this report? This report states the reasons why you are seeking protection from the South African government, so that you cannot be deported. Because say, I'm a political activist myself, I'm not on Asylum in South Africa. I can go to Zimbabwe whenever I feel like going. My life is not in danger in Zimbabwe. But assuming my life is in danger, I have to put my case in writing and state and give evidence that indeed my life is in danger. In some cases, what they normally do is that if you submit your application, they send your report to the South African Embassy in Harare in most cases to check if your claim is valid. Let's assume that you are from Marondera, right? You then submit a report that you are a member of civil society, a member of trade union movement, a member of the opposition, that you are, and you have been an organizer in Marondera, and the political opponents, in this case ZANU-PF and the state, they are harassing you. What they then check at the Desmond Refugee Center is if you could have ran and sought refuge in Mtare, were they going to follow you? So these are the things that they need to establish. So in the most of cases, what we used to do when this thing of granting Zimbabwean Asylum document, we would get newspaper cuttings, because some of the leaders of the MDC then, their stories would be newspapers, there will have been a violence. We attach that to their application so that the refugee center would understand that yes, indeed, there's evidence this person was arrested, or this person was intimidated, there's an attack in the newspaper, the police are looking for him for his or her political beliefs and so forth. Maybe if there are recordings from say Studio 7 and so forth, we would submit those to support the application. If you are a member of a trade union, you need also to support, to provide that evidence that indeed your life is not, is in danger. But if you are just a political, an economic migrant, you go and apply for an asylum. After 3 months, 6 months, depending on the process, their process at the Desmond Refugee Center, they will certainly decline your application and say your claim is rejected on the basis that you are an economic migrant, you are not a political victim, and they will then ask you to go back to your country of origin, and they will then want you to provide a bus ticket, because you have to go and pick up your passport, because you will have left your passport at the refugee center. When you go to pick up your passport, they will want you to provide a proof that you are going, bus ticket or an air ticket. If you do not have those, they will then detain you in Lindela Repatriation Center awaiting you to be deported. Please like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you have questions, please write in the comment section. Otherwise, goodbye.